Here's why you aren't getting quality sellers consistently and how to fix it immediately. What is up, real estate family? My name is Wandile and I've helped hundreds of different agents get quality sellers and buyers using AI automation. So anyway, let's dive straight into the video. So here's the reason why you aren't getting any quality sellers, right? And what to do to fix it. So let's dive straight into it. So first things first, what I do want to jump into is I've noticed that many agents are craving or really wanting to get consistency in their prospecting efforts so that they can grow their business. And you could find that the core reason why you aren't where you want to be, the reason why you're not hitting your targets, is because you're not consistent. But most oftentimes I've noticed that it's by all the different variables that's happening in your life that causes you not to be consistent. So pay very close attention. So first things first, the reason why you aren't getting quality sellers consistently, and that's the key word here, is you're relying on physical willpower and efforts. So here's the thing, guys. If you are relying on your willpower and your efforts, you're not gonna be consistent. Why? Because us as humans, if we are consistently relying on willpower, we're not always going to get it right every time. So for example, if you want to go to the gym and you want to start having a new body and you're relying on willpower, what that basically means is that you're relying on the motivation that you're going to get here and there to get you past, let's say, the hard times. And that's very difficult. It's the reason why most people, when they do work out, they'll work out consistently for a month. At tops, they would work out consistently for 3 months and then they begin to self-sabotage, right? Because their willpower battery starts to drain out. The same way in the morning, let's say you're a morning person, you have tons of willpower in the morning, but as the day progresses, your willpower battery starts to drain out, okay? And also your efforts start to slow down. So the important thing to notice here is that you don't want to rely on physical willpower and efforts, because if you do, then it's very difficult for you to actually get past it. I'm not going to speak about discipline. You know, everyone speaks about discipline. I'm going to take a different approach and I'll tell you why as we go along, right? The second reason why you're not getting any quality sellers consistently is because essentially your market perceives you as a salesman. So I always like to say this quote because it's powerful. But my mentor says that, Wandile, if you're constantly chasing after people, you're always going to be viewed as a salesman. No matter how many years experience you have, no matter how long you've been in the industry or who you've helped and how amazing you are as an agent, if you are approaching clients, they are going to view you as a salesman. However, when clients come to you, they view you as an expert. So it's very important to understand the reason why you aren't getting quality sellers consistently is because you're viewed as a salesman. And how many agents are viewed as salesmen? Majority are the agents. Why? Because they're chasing after leads. But I'll walk you through what's the best way to fix all of that. Okay. The next reason why you aren't getting any quality sellers consistently is because you don't have automation and advanced intelligence playing for you. Okay, the beauty around with today's technology and the innovation that we have is that there's so many things that it can automate, which is then going to save us time, but ultimately effort, because now we've got advanced intelligence that essentially acts like a quote-unquote human, or would replace your human as a artificial intelligent assistant that's really going to help you save effort and time. And that's ultimately what we need nowadays in the digital market modern era. Is everything that's being created nowadays is to help save what? Time and effort. When you're looking at Uber, time and effort. When you're looking at smartphones, time and effort. When you're looking at washing machines, time and effort. I could go on, right? So modern technology now is allowing us to save time and effort by utilizing certain automations as well as advanced intelligence to really help save us time and effort. Why? Because it knows, right? The inventors of our time and the innovators and the visionaries of our time understand that physical willpower and efforts is only going to take us so long. We literally transitioned from the industrial industry to the industry that we're in right now. Okay, and the industrial industry was all about physical willpower and efforts. But now we're moving away from that. Why? Because now there's automation and advanced intelligence that's going to help save us. And then another reason why you aren't getting quality sellers consistently, and this is a big one, huge big one that I've noticed in this industry, is that many real estate agents don't The best way I could read it is many real estate agents do not invest in themselves. They don't invest in personal development. So what I mean by that is they don't have a paradigm shift. Their paradigm, and how I like to view paradigms is how they view the world. Their paradigm is purely shifted by their influences. And who are the influences in real estate? It's the baby boomers, it's the Gen Xers, the people who lived and thrived in the industrial industry. But the problem is with the baby boomers and the Gen Xers, these are people from the ages of, I'd say, 50 plus up until 70 plus, all right? Because they boomed and they were thriving and successful in the industrial industry, they're struggling to keep up with the modern times. And it's the reason why I'm saying that the real estate industry lacks innovation. The real estate industry has hit a ceiling. The real estate industry has hit a wall. Why? Because the people who are the upper echelons, right? Your principals, the people who are running the quote unquote industry, they're old school. They still believe in old school efforts. They still believe in physical willpower and efforts. They still believe in being viewed as a salesman. They still believe in doing things themselves and not necessarily investing in themselves in terms of automation and advanced intelligence to grow. So I'm seeing that many agents need to shift that paradigm from traditional, old school, physical willpower and efforts to the new school. And I'm going to walk you through everything just so you can get an understanding of how to fix it so that you guys can get immediate results. So a big one is that many agents have not shifted their paradigm. All right. They're still viewing the world or viewing real estate as the 70s, as the 80s, yet you're living in a modern society. You have to transition. It's very important. And I'll walk you through specifically in terms of how you guys can fix that. So how can you fix this to get immediate results when you're getting quality sellers consistently? So you just literally want to do the total opposite. Okay, that's what I mean by complete inversion. But listen, hear me out very carefully. Okay, so physical willpower and efforts. If you're relying on physical willpower and efforts, then it's very difficult for you to get the results that you want. So what I mean by complete inversion is that you don't want to rely on willpower and efforts. Okay, what you want to rely on is automation and AI, because AI and automation is essentially then going to replace your physical willpower and efforts. Why? Because there are now systems in place that can, number one, help you prospect on autopilot. Okay. There are systems now that can help you qualify on autopilot using automation and AI. There are now systems in place that can get all those quality leads who've been prospected, qualified, to get them to book in a call with you, right? Get them to book an appointment with you, all on autopilot, okay? There are literally systems in place. There's artificial intelligence that can qualify them. There's artificial intelligence that can prospect. And then there's automations that can take all that information and get them to book in an appointment in your calendar with you. That's what I mean by not relying on physical willpower and efforts, but relying on automation and advanced intelligence. Because even if you're lazy, even if you're tired, even if you're busy, even if you're sick, even if you decide to take a week off, okay, you're still going to get quality sellers consistently. Appointments. Why? Because you're not relying on willpower and efforts. You're now relying on automation and advanced intelligence. The next thing, okay, is you want to remove yourself from being viewed as a salesman by being viewed as an expert. How are you being viewed as an expert? Well, you need to have a paradigm shift by understanding that it's no longer about chasing, but it's about attracting. So if you have a paradigm shift by understanding that it's no longer about chasing, it's about attracting. Attracting is more about adding value to the market. Attracting is all about having an impact in your market, because if you, as Ziegler said, that if you help enough people get what they want, you automatically get what you want. So what do you want? Quality sellers. But now what do quality sellers want? Quality sellers want quality information or a quality agent that's going to help them. How can you give them that quality information? Or how can you be viewed as a quality agent or as an expert? Well, remove yourself from being a salesman by just constantly chasing and asking for business, and being there and adding value by providing solutions to the big problems that they have in their life, right? What type of content can you post? What type of content can you post? What type of resources can you create that's going to help sellers? Really, either those who are in research mode that just need information to help them move to the next step, or those who are either selling their house and they haven't sold, what kind of information or value can you help them? Or those who are thinking of selling, what kind of information or help can you provide to them that's going to help them grow and thrive and prosper? That's the main important part when it comes to paradigm shifting and transitioning. Now, when it comes to the complete inversion of things, I know for many of you, like, okay, cool, I know I now need automation and artificial intelligence. What's the best way for me to do this? Well, what I'm going to do is that in the description, depending on where you're seeing this, you can either DM me if you're not on YouTube, or you can literally just click on the description. I'm going to give you access to my 2-day workshop where I walk you through how to utilize automation and artificial intelligence. Had to set an alarm, guys, because I can go on for long. But I've got a free training where I'm going to let you walk you through how to set up your own automated and artificial intelligence machine that's going to help you get to the next level as soon as possible, as well as training on how to be viewed as an expert instead of a salesman. So if you got a lot of value from this, please like, share, comment, subscribe, share this with another estate agent who you feel will get a lot of value from this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.